Welcome to Open Source Options. Today I want to show you how you can find nearly infinite geospatial data that you can use in your projects and to answer questions and to make courses and to do demonstrations, whatever your heart desires. These data are all available for free and they can all be accessed directly in QGIS. So the first thing we're going to need is this plugin right here, which is the STAC API browser. I'll show you where to download that. You go to Plugins, Manage and Install Plugins, and we're just going to get rid of this. We're going to go to All Plugins. We're going to search for the STAC, STAC API browser. This plugin here, just click on Install the plugin, and you'll have it ready. Now, if you're not familiar with STAC, STAC, it stands for Spatiotemporal Asset Catalog. It's a way for cataloging data that occur in space and through time, so time series of geospatial data, so they're easy to catalog and to find and to query. And what this plugin does, it makes it possible to connect to STAC APIs, or application programming interfaces that allow you to pull those data directly into QGIS. Okay, so once you have this open, there are some things that we're going to want to do. Now you'll notice mine's going to look a little different than yours. By default, you should have this Microsoft Planetary Computer STAC API loaded in here. If you don't have that, I'm going to show you how you can get that in real quick. If you do have this already, the way to check if it's working is to click on Fetch Collections. You'll see a progress bar going here, and once you do that, you should get all these collections that are available from the Microsoft Planetary Computer STAC API, and if you do that, you've successfully connected. Okay, now let's go ahead and I'll show you how to connect to this if you don't have it already. So let's just come here and we'll search for Microsoft Planetary Computer STAC API. We have it right here. Let's search for that. And we can come down here and we can read data from this STAC API. Now you see here where we're at here, we're at the docs, the quick starts, the reading stack. So reading from the STAC API right here. What you need is this URL right here. So you grab this, and I'm going to go add a new record in mine just so you can see how that would look. So I've copied this with Control C. Now I'll go back to my STAC API browser in QGIS with all of QGIS here. Make a new connection, and we'll call this MSPC test. I'm going to paste the URL here. I'm going to leave this no authentication. It does support the SAS token. We can change the page size. Let's put this up to like 50. And I'm going to say test connection. Now you'll notice this connection is not a valid STAC API. I'm going to say OK, and we're going to give this a try anyway. Okay, so let's click on Fetch Collections. Takes just a minute, and you can see that even though it said it wasn't a valid STAC API, we do get the collections here, and we should be able to access these. Okay, so you're going to follow that same procedure for any API you want to add. Now I want to show you one more STAC API. This one is the Element 84, I believe it's called. I just want to show you that so you can have somewhere else to get data from. So let's go Element 84 STAC API. Let's find our information here. It's Earth Search, free to use STAC API. And what we need here is we just need the URL that links us to the S3 bucket. And let me find that real quick. So if here we just click the Access API, we have our API endpoint here, which is what we need. So if we open that up, we should be able to just grab this URL here and come back to QGIS, open up this. Let's make a new one. Let's call this Earth Search element 84, and we'll paste our URL here. We're just going to leave, we're going to put the page size to 50. We'll test the connection. It says it's a valid STAC API. Click OK. We've added Earth Search. Let's fetch the collections. And you can see here that we have various things. So we have Copernicus, DEMs, we have Landsat, we have NAPE, and we have Sentinel-1 and Sentinel-2 data here. Okay, so we have now added in these two APIs successfully. Let's go back over to QGIS real quick. I'm going to pull in just our OpenStreetMap for some context here. And we're going to zoom into an area. I've been working in previous videos with this area here around Bear Lake. So we'll just zoom in to this location here. And I want to show you how this API or this API browser plugin works. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to go to the, sure, let's use Earth Search for now. Let's say we want to get some NAPE, some National Agricultural Imagery Program data. This would be for the United States only. Maybe a better thing is Landsat since it's worldwide. So we'll go to Landsat level 2. And now I want to get it for a specific date. I can set my dates here. I can use the drop down to choose a date. Let's go from May 1st, let's say to May 30th of 2025. And we can choose an extent. So we can choose the map canvas extent and it will update my extent here for which I am searching. This is important. If you do this without updating an extent, you will get data for the entire globe. And those data it'll be overwhelming. It'll take a long time to search. It'll take a long time to load the results. So you want to make sure that you choose an extent. All right, the next thing I want to show you are the data-driven queryables. So if we check this box, it's going to pull in the things we can query from this collection. So we have Landsat collection level 2. You'll notice we have an ID, a date, time. We've already specified our date up at the top. We have instruments. The things we're probably most interested in is cloud cover. So we can choose cloud cover as less than a certain amount. I'm going to set that to 10, and I'm going to click on search. Okay, and so we have an error. It says our filter is not supported. So let's turn off our data-driven queryables, Landsat level 2, and let's click search and see if that gives us some items. So you can see here that we now have these different images loaded for our extent. Now, it looks like we have some Sentinel-2 images here, not just Landsat like I was hoping to load. But that's okay. We can see the cloud cover percentage on each of these. Let's go ahead and show how we can work with these images. And so I'm going to click on select footprint here. You'll notice that once I do this, I have the option to add the selected footprints to the map. Let's go ahead and add that. And now I can style this just like any layer. And I can come in and change it to no brush and change my stroke outline to a blue color, for instance. I can bring in my OpenStreetMap again for context and rearrange these. And you can see the extent of that image there. Now, if I go back to the API browser, this is the image I've worked with. If I click on View Assets, it will show me all the assets available here. You'll see we have red, green, and blue in 10 meters. We have near infrared in 10 meters. We have shortwave infrared, red edge, bands, shortwave band, water vapors. We have all these different bands. We have them in different resolutions. We have the cloud probabilities, the snow probabilities. We have a true color preview. We have so many different things here. And we have two options for each of these. I'm going to look with this true color image to start. We can add this as a layer right into our map. So I'm going to click add selected assets as layers, and it's been added right to the map here. So I'm just going to close this for now and come back to QGIS, you can see we have this added in right into our map. Okay, and so we have this true color image right there. If we go to our value tool, we can see that we actually have values here that we can look at and see those there. The other thing we can do, and I haven't totally figured this out yet, but I'll show you what the options here is. We can go to our settings. We can choose a download folder. We can enable loading assets after download. So if I open this folder, oh, we had an error. That's interesting. So maybe this is not going to work, but we'll give it a try. We should, when we download, we should have the option. This should download to that folder. So if I go to View Assets here, and let's just try the near infrared band, for example. Select to download. Let's download the selected assets. Okay, so this is downloading. We can see it working here. Now this should get added to the map once the download finishes. There it is. Let's close this and let's come to QGIS. Now if we right click here, we should be able to view the properties. And we can see here that in my downloads, we have this file here. It's created a folder for this Sentinel-2 image here, and it's added this near infrared 10 meter TIFF to that folder. So we could go in and we could see that. I wonder if I open this in a new window, what will happen? Maybe nothing. There it is. Okay, and so here we can see I tested some true color image earlier, but if we go up a level, you can see that we are in the downloads and we have this for our Sentinel. Okay, so really easy to download the assets that you want. You can preview and then you can download if it's something that you want to use. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this now. We'll remove this. And now let's say that I want to go and find some other data. So let's go over to our search. Let's come back to our, we'll try the one we tested out here. And let's go see about some annual land use, land cover. And let's get this from the current extent. And let's see what we have as far as things here. I'm not noticing anything here we want to use. So we'll just go ahead and we will select this here. Fetching information, so we can see the information about it if we double click on it. And let's go ahead and search. We didn't find any items from that one. Let's go back to search and let's see if we can find some DAMA annual data. So these will be climate data. So DAMA annual North America. Let's try this one. We can look at the information here, annual climate summaries. So let's choose North America. Let's click on search. No items were found. That is very interesting. Oh, and it may be because of our start date and end date. So let's not filter by date here. And that should be the problem we face with the last two of these. So let's try DAMA Annual North America. Let's click search. We can see we're searching items. It's taking a little bit of time, so I'm hoping this will give us a positive result here. And there we go. Oh, we found our land cover. I don't know why it didn't pull DAMA, but it pulled our land cover, which we looked for before. And so we have 10 meter land cover and we can view the assets, and we have the actual data. So let's just add it as a layer. Let's add that in. Okay, that should be in there now. And there you go. You can see we've added in these land cover data, and it gives us a palette for these different classes. There are 9 classes, I believe, which we have more than 9 classes here, but you can see the land cover for this area that we've just downloaded. Very, very easy to do. Let's go back one more time and see if we can get those climate data just for one last test. Let's go DAMA Annual North America. Just click on it once. And let's click search. I'm not sure why. Oh, it's saying, how do I select a different collection? And so I think what I need to do is come and click on this to remove it. So I did that. I clicked on the land use land cover. If we click it, adds it here to selected collections. So I just removed it by clicking on it. And if I come down to DAMA Annual North America, you can see it is selected. And now we can come down and search. And no items were found. Let's turn off the extent and see if that will help us. Let's click search again. No items were found. Okay, so there appears to be some issues with some of these data sets, but I think we've demonstrated well how this API browser works and how you can pull in data that can be very useful for your projects. So thank you for watching. If you have feedback on this, like if you get DayMet to work, please leave a comment below so others can see how that works. I know I kind of bumbled through a little bit of that, but I hope you found this useful. And I hope you can see the amazing power that's at your fingertips to just pull in different data sources and integrate them directly into your QGIS projects with this nearly limitless data that exists on the web. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more content like this, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up. You can also check out opensourceoptions.com. There should be courses. They're not there yet, but I'm working on getting courses that will be free for everyone to access there.